Hello everybody, I'm RedshipRory, and welcome to the 21st episode of Redship Survival Series. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe to see more of my content. Also, I have Discord now, go check it out, link in the description. Alright, now to start off, I have fixed, the problems with the, XP farm. What happened was all of, the, whatchamacallit. Okay, well, that's not something I was expecting to see. But anyway, most of these hoppers with minecarts ended up to, the side. So we only had, 3 or 4 of them working. They're now all spaced out, and so that most of the items get picked up. So, anyway, that's pretty good. Now, on a more pressing matter, I want to get working on the mega base. I want to continue doing it. I want to get at least the stem done. But the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to work in the villager district. Here we go. Alright, here we are in the villager district. Thankfully, because we have this roof, the villagers won't stop disappearing because this is just infuriating. So, let's hopefully we get some of these enchantments back. Here we go. Okie dokie. An hour or two later, we have... Oops. We have Punch 2, Emerald Villager. This is one we already had, but this has Efficiency 5, Depth Strength 3, and Efficiency 3. Frostwalker 2. Frostwalker 1, Lure 1. Luck of the Sea 3. Skip those. Smite 5, Impaling 5, Sweeping Edge, and Breaking. This one was already here, just unlabeled. We've got Blast Protection 4 and Sulk Touch. And over here we have Aqua Affinity, Sweeping Edge 1. Riptide 2. And that's it, but that's pretty good. Alright, now we're going to move on to the Mega Base. We're going to work on the stem. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's also going to take absolutely forever from what I know about Mega Bases. Here we go. Alright, I am here at the Mega Base, and the goal of today is to get the rest of the stem of this going. It's probably going to be like 3 or 4 times the height that it is now, just the stem. And that's going to take up a lot, and I mean like a lot of wood. And we only have... we don't even have 1.5 double chests worth of wood. So, we're gonna have to go on a pretty big wood gathering session. 1 to 2 hours, I think. And because I want to be able to just get the stem done start to finish without having to take any breaks. Who knows if that's actually gonna happen, but let's go get the wood. Something really fun about gathering wood for, this project is just watching how farther and farther away, the forest gets away from my base. It's kind of ironic. Alright, so almost exactly an hour and a half later, we have almost exactly 1.5 double chests of wood. So, that's pretty good. Alright, now time for the big part of the day. Big old project. This is going to be quite a while. This thing is going to be 4 times the height it is now by the time I'm finished. It's probably going to take more than 1 day to fill this in, but let's get this stem in. Alrighty, I've got wood, I've got time. Let's start building this. Alright, it's going to go up to 80 blocks, the stem. Here we go. Alright, one announcement. I am starting a new series called Deep Miners. It will be a Minecraft realm with 2 other YouTubers. We will be live streaming the start of the world on Monday, June 29th. Please check that out. I plan for it to be a Let's Play world, and I hope you watch it. Enjoy. Okie dokie, so that took about 2.5 hours. I was expecting it to take more like 6, but it went pretty smoothly, except a couple of the quote-unquote corners got a little wonky as I first started to figure out how to make this. But all in all, that went pretty smooth. Let's check it out. See what it looks like. Not bad. Not bad at all. That looks pretty good. Okay, wow. Alright, so the next thing that I want to do is I want I need to split this into 3 different shapes. One's going to be a big circle that's going to be right about there that I'm going to be flying in and out of because the tree is going to be hollow. And then I want it to split off into 2 main branches, which is probably going to take a while. I'm going to have to work out the outlining for that. But all in all, it shouldn't be too difficult, even though we are starting to get a bit more fidgety now that we're branching off and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get going. Look at this. I was just now starting to get ready for making the outlines, and look, we are at Y level 143. It's ridiculous. Alright, so a lot of revising, geometry, and trigonometry later. We have the outline for the first 3 branches, and the actual size of the stem once we build up to it. Now, the large hole that we're going to have is going to be facing the rest of our base, which is going to be right there. This is going to be the hole, the entrance into the large, hollow, stem. Alright, let's build up to this. I'm going to be completely honest, building at this height, here, look, 154 on the Y is very stressful. It's giving me a lot of anxiety, just worried that I'm going to fall off and die. Okie dokie, so it's all filled in up to here. I'll fill in these, like, circles later, at a later time. Now, what I need to do is I need to create, like, the opening that'll have so that I can go into my base, and this is really high up. And then I need to repeat this process. I'm going to have 3 sets of 3 branches, 1 here. This one's going to be like a missing branch. It's going to be a hole about that size, large enough to fly through. And then I need to just repeat the process of outline, fill, like until this circle, the main stem, is obliterated. This right here, as you can see, is about 2 blocks smaller. It's going to gradually get smaller as it goes up, and then I'll have it be completed once I finish doing it. So, let's go. Okie dokie, I just realized that I don't have enough wood to finish the stem, which means that I'm going to have to go on another wood gathering session. However, the entire forest that I got my wood from is completely gone. So I have a lot of saplings, so I'm going to go on a large sapling planting session, and then a little while after, I'll go on to a wood gathering session. Here we go. Okie dokie, so an hour or so later, this is like the total amount of wood that I have. So it's like 1 1/4 double chests, which is not that bad. It should be enough to finish the stem of this. If not, I can just go on another wood gathering session. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Alright, now let's outline the area where I'm going to come and fly in and out of the hollow tree. Alright, the outlining is done. We've got our big hole that's large enough for me to fly in and out of. This up here is like the base for like the next level, and however, this is going to be like all filled in because this is going to be the roof of the hollow part. It's going to be hollow from here all the way down, and we've got our 2 branches here, and this is like the giant branch that fell off years ago and eroded so that it's larger. That's my excuse for making it bigger. Anyway, let's fill this in. Just standing in the middle of the hollow stem and just looking up, this is like really awesome. I can't believe how tall this thing is. It's gargantuan. Jeez. Alright, the roof is all filled in. Now what I need to do is I need to go inside and light up all the areas because we've got mobs spawning in there everywhere. I didn't think to do that ahead of time, and I'm kind of gonna regret it. I hope I don't get knocked off the little things and fall to my death a ton of times, but let's keep going. Alright, the scaffolding's all lit up. Now let's create the outline for the third level of branches. Alright, so the outlining for this level is finished. Fun little update. A couple creepers blew up and killed me, and I lost my shovel and my elytra, but good thing I had a spare elytra, and look, I put Unbreaking 2 on it. Another thing is that, the outlining is just getting harder and harder as, the branches need to, angle up. This is the second to last set. We're gonna have one more set of branches up there, and then we'll be done with the stem. So, let's fill this in. Before we start, I found a wandering trader, and he had cactus! I finally have green dye! I'm so excited! This is absolutely great! Okay, anyway, now let's get started on filling this in. You know, filling this in takes about half the amount of time that outlining does, just because of how precise the outlining has to be. It's just a fun little tip. Alrighty, it's all filled in. Now, all I gotta do is I gotta put up the last outline for the day. And I can't wait for that to be over because outlining is a pain. But, here we go. I just spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to mathematically make a tilted circle, but there are these things called circle charts that, well, show all of the different sizes of circles, and I learned how to make a quote-unquote perfect sphere with these circles, which is absolutely fantastic. I also learned that my math was just the tiniest bit off, because, everything, all my circles are centered around one block, instead of, at the junction between two blocks at, 1 point. So all of my math and the radiuses that I was doing, it's just a tiny bit off, but that's okay. It looks fine, and the whole point of this is that it looks just fine. So, things are all good. Now I just need to figure out how to make, a flat, angled plane, and then I can just cut right through the sphere, it's called. And then I'll have my tilted circle, which is absolutely fantastic. So, let's go back to Redship Style Series World and get working on. Okay, so after a while, I finally got the 3 spheres built. This took a good bit of time, and it is a little weird, but it counts as the outline since I can just cut this at any angle I want to keep finishing. So all I need to do is I need to build up and around this thing. It's probably going to take a little while, but not too long, because, well, the filling in gets, shorter each and every time I build up, because we've got, a smaller radius of the, little base here. But, let's get going. Awesome. It's all filled in. We've got it's starting to look like a tree. I flew around a couple of times. Let's see how high up we are. Jeez. Oh my gosh. We are at 198. That's like 60 blocks from height limit. Okay, that's might actually be a problem. But anyway, let me show you what it looks like. Yeah, looks pretty good, as far as I'm concerned. Wow. Wow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This one, we got so much work done. I mean, look at that. This thing was like 20 blocks tall to start out, and now it's like 100 blocks tall. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.